Yeah, good morning. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Saturday, the 11th of December, 2021. This is just my weekly analysis video where we have a look at all the pairs I'm trading on the Forex daily time frame using my high probability and divergence methods from my two books. So big welcome to anyone that's new to the channel or new to this video. You're not going to be hit with all the bells and whistles of the normal Hollywood productions. This is just straightforward video, just for the facts, just very simple, straight to the point. If you do like these videos, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That'd be greatly appreciated. And if you have any questions, etc., feel free to email me or post them in the comments, etc. I do have a JAGfx Facebook group. I also have JAGfx Telegram channels. There should be links to those in the description of the video below. Also, I post regularly on Matt's Family Man Trading's Discord channel. So you're more than welcome to join any of those social media type channels or whatever they're called. And you can ask questions there, etc. Happy to answer anyone and discuss anything trading. I love to see how the other people trade, what their thoughts are, and how they approach the markets. It's a never-ending, or you're always learning in this gig, and it's a pretty lonely gig, so the interaction's good and it helps keep me focused. All right, let's have a look at the first thing, the news. We're getting closer to Christmas, obviously, 11th of December for those that celebrate. This is a big week in news. Now, this is the Forex Factory Economic Calendar. It's free. If you haven't got one, I'll suggest this is a good one for you. It's easy. You can set it up. You can set up filters, etc., and you can also put it in your local time. So you don't have to hurt your head trying to convert times. I live in Vietnam, so these are all in Indochina time or Hanoi. So I live in central Vietnam, so one time zone throughout the country. Same time zone as Thailand and Cambodia and Laos and that. So, all right, let's have a look here. Big week, I said. Doesn't start off quick. Monday, December the 13th, nothing. Tuesday, out of the US PPI numbers and core PPI. Made high impact event, but not a big mover. Gets a bit busier. Talking heads, CPI numbers out of the UK and Canada on Wednesday. Then retail sales out of the US on Wednesday. So we start to get busy about Wednesday. Then it gets really busy. First up, FOMC, federal funds rate, US interest rate news. That's a big market mover. Be careful. That's actually late Wednesday night for me, early Thursday morning. So it's 2 a.m. for me. Yeah, be careful. That's a big mover. Then employment numbers out of Australia. That can be a big mover on the Aussie pairs. So that's employment numbers out of Aussie. Then Swiss interest rate news. Interest rates news out of Switzerland. And we've got all these flash manufacturing numbers out of Europe and whatever, and the UK, because it's no longer part of Europe, is it? Where are we? Oh, damn. So tough on it. Here we go. Sorry, back in November. Where are we? Right, as we plot along, as you can see, Thursday's a big day, isn't it? Huge day. Where are we up to? Swiss interest rate news, flash manufacturing, keep on going. UK interest rate news. So official bank rate, not expecting change. So the UK interest rate news too. Then European interest rate news. So big week in interest rate news. And I think even Japan's in here somewhere. Let's have a look. Yep, that's all Thursday. Friday, Japanese interest rate. That doesn't normally move the markets. It goes nowhere. And retail sales. Friday's actually pretty boring. Thursday's a huge day. So for you day traders, I'd probably take the day off unless you are a day trader that revolves around news. That is a big week of news. So close to Christmas. So just be careful. All right, moving right along. Let's get on to the charts. But first, I'll just bring up a Word document. Now you can pause the video, read this, and like I always say, I understand that English is not everyone's first language. You may not understand me. I may talk too quick, etc. Pause the video, read this. All my charts have plenty of notes on them. And if you're part of my groups in the Facebook group or the Telegram or the Discord channel, you know that I call the trade setups at the time. So basically within an hour or two of when they're actually presented. It's no after the fact stuff. You'll see in this video, it's all called at the time. I take screenshots, I post those screenshots, and I save them to a shared folder so everyone's got access to them also. So it's all all fairly transparent and no after the fact stuff. The weekly video is just to show you what's happened to those trades and what trade management suggestions I have, etc., and just a general discussion of where things are at. But read this. It explains what the indicators are on the chart. There's 3 moving averages. There's a QMP filter, which is basically the red and green dots on the price chart. This explains how that comes about. It's a combination of the MACD Platinum and the QQE Advanced. Red trend lines, green trend lines, blue trend lines, grey vertical lines. What sell and buy trades, how they're designated, basic seller in red, buyer in blue. Stop losses, red dotted lines, break even, you won't see too many of them. Big numbers, round numbers, parity, green dashed horizontal lines. There's one indicator below the price chart. It's a MACD Platinum, zero lag MACD. It oscillates around the zero level. Generally, I'm looking to sell when it's above the zero level and buy when it's below the zero level. You'll see all this on the charts, but just have a read of that or take a screenshot, etc., and we'll get into the charts. All right, let's find them. This is TradingView. I do all my analysis on TradingView. It's nice, it's pretty. I do most of my trading on MT4 or MT5, depending which account I'm trading off. So this is TradingView. This is my watch list on the right. These are all the pairs down of gold that I'm actually calling in trades. These 3 bottom ones are just for out of curiosity, and I just go over them every week. If they're highlighted in light blue, it means there's a trade on. I've taken some action. If there's no highlight, no trade. Highlighted in orange means I'm going to discuss something or there's a new trade. So there's a new trade on the pound USD this week. If it's in dark blue, means there's a trade on, no action taken so far. Aussie New Zealand, it's just been stopped out. So I just want to bring that to your attention. So that's my watch list, not a huge watch list. I have other watch lists here. You can probably see them. 6-hour, 12-hour, charts of interest, crypto, DQLR, which is about 35 plus on the daily, old daily charts, and my EA trading on my VPS. So I've got plenty of happening. But other than this is what I call in the group. Just keep it simple. All right, let's get into it. AusCAD, first cab off the rank, alphabetical order. We'll just go through them. And as I said, if some of these pairs don't interest you, just fast forward the video and you'll to the pair that does interest you. You remember with these videos because they go for about 30 minutes or so. It's a long video. I know time's at a premium for a lot of people. You can just put me on fast forward 1.25 or 1.5 and just or just go straight to the pair you want to look at. All right, AusCAD. Generally, my most recent trade is on the right. As I said, I have plenty of notes, date, when it's taken, and what the signal is, then my thoughts on that trade. So that's pretty simple. Any information on the left is normally from old trades. So in this case, I've got a sell here. Remember, the trend is down, so I give these trades with the trend room to move, and I'm not in a rush to close them out. Whereas taking this trade, for example, this buy trade on the 9th of December, that was a high-risk trade. You can see I've made notes about that. It's against the trend with regular divergence. So I've taken that trade. I've left the sell on. I've already closed half the sell, and I've tightened my stop right up, so I can't lose on that sell, but it's there to give me some protection on this buy trade. Meanwhile, this buy trade's going nicely. MACD Platinum still below the zero level, heading up towards it. So all good. So this sell, for example, it just meandered down, came down close to the previous lows here in this area, would have closed half in there somewhere. The MACD was through the zero level, tightened the stop up. I would have put the stop above here somewhere. It's bounced right up, came back down, had another go at this low, got up again, then dropped down nicely down through here. The stops just tighten up inside the entry point. In the meantime, we get this new buy signal on the 9th of December. Take the trade on the open here. So that's how it works. Stop loss down here for that, and the stop loss for there, the sell's there. So it's all good on the AusCAD. AusYen, 2 trades on again. We've got the sell from back here. Stops down here now. This one went nicely as soon as it got into the MAs, closed half, MACD through the 0 level, and just slowly tightened up the stop. So it's all good. The stop's just above the moving averages now. It's nothing to do with price, just I'm looking at moving averages there. It's all very tight here. We had this nice support level or regular bullish divergence there, double bottom, regular bullish divergence. So I've left the sell on just for some protection. To buy took off nicely the first day. Second day dropped down on Thursday. Friday starting to pull back up. MACD still well below the 0 level, so we just give it room to move. We're stuck in no man's land, but we're winning on both trades. Aus New Zealand took a sell in here, and I thought this was a pretty good setup actually. I did make mention that the structure wasn't good, I think. New sell signal with the trend, but it's not convincing market structure looking at the previous highs and lows. So, you know, you got high here, low, lower high, lower low, higher high. And, you know, it's just a messy structure. That's how I called it there. And it's proved me right. It wasn't good at all. There was hidden divergence there, which is good because I love that. It's a little bit tricky to see, but it's definitely there because it's hard to see in this area here. But it's definitely hidden divergence. So what I'll be doing now, what happened here, got a buy signal or a green QMP dot here. Before I got to the stop, I closed the trade. That was my call. I called that in my groups, closed the trade, and it's since gone through the stop. I think I saved about 13 pips by getting out a little bit early. No big deal. So it's a loser. That's why it's highlighted in orange. I just want to discuss it. I'll put it in purple because I'll remove all this from the charts once I've done the video. I just leave all the information on here for the video, but that's a loser. Now what I'll be doing, because the MACD platinum's still above the 0 level, so now I'll be looking for another sell entry to the downside. And we just take the loss and wait. Aussie USD, 2 trades, still got this sell, again similar to the AusCAD, trends down, took the sell, I want to stay in that sell. Stops just below the 100, remember that's a 50, 100 EMA and 240 LMA. So I'm just staying in the MAs with my stops, which is a reasonable point. This thing's just come down, got this buy signal here. It bounced off this green line. It's a 70-cent level. It's a big number on the Aussie. That's a 75-cent one there. It just bounced perfectly off that. You know, there would have been people that had orders right on that to buy, and they would have been looking like superstars. That's when it does work perfectly. Doesn't always, but this case it did. Now price could just roll over and go straight back through it. Who knows? But the MACD platinum's a long way below the 0 level. Now we've broken this trend line. And my video's all jammed up. We've broken this trend line here too, which I was a bit concerned about, but it's gone through. Thursday dropped a bit, but Friday took off again. So we're heading towards the MAs. So what we're looking at here is once the MACD platinum gets towards the 0 level and price gets close to the MAs, that's when we start taking some action. So we look at closing half the trade or a partial close, bringing the stop up tighter. In the meantime, we've still got the sell on, locking in profit. So all good on the Aussie. CAD Swiss, not good. I like this. This is my second attempt at a buy here. There's the first one, this grey line. With the MACD still below the 0 level, we took the buy here. First day, shot up nicely, bang up to the MAs. Normally I'd consider closing half and tighten up the stop, but the MACD platinum is still a long way below the 0 level, so I just let it slide, and the last 3 days just gone down. So it's not looking good at all. But I like the fact that the MACD platinum is still below the 0 level. And we're only a few pips down at the moment, so it's not the end of the world. It could just turn around, bounce off this trend line, go back up. Who knows? Euro Aussie in a sell here. This is my second attempt. There was the first one there. I normally leave the first attempts there just to remind me that I'm trying to recover some losses. That was based on hidden bearish divergence, as is the second one. So eventually, MACD platinum long way above the 0 level, which is good. And it's an oscillator. We're trying to get to the 0 level. MA is all very tight, bit messy. It's starting to go in my direction, but it's not really going fast enough for my liking. But we'll just Stop's a long way up here. I want to get that stop in a lot closer. So we'll just give it a couple of days and see how we go. Euro Swiss, this is a pair. It's been tough to trade on the buy side recently. Let's have a look. So the good thing is we're in the sell here. So this is a sell over here from 22nd of September. So it's been a fair while. And it's just ground down, ground down, ground down. So we've got this buy signal here, which I took, and it was stopped out. So I took the buy there, but in the meantime, I'm still in the sell, which is good. And the stop for the sell now is with the stop losses between the 50 and the 100, just where I like to keep it, and it's just above this little structure here, which is good. So in the meantime, took this buy, and this buy signal remained valid for a long time, so I've drawn this trend line across the highs here. And then we got this sell signal, which is not a sell signal for me. Then we got this buy here. Ideally, I would have liked to have seen it break the trend line to the upside. It didn't. I took it still because there's been divergence all the way down. Look, price is going lower, MACD's going higher. Divergence. So I took the buy. It's basically going nowhere, 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 nowhere. Stops down here. The good thing is the sell's still on, so it's offsetting these losses. No dramas at all, but it's a bit messy and a bit tough to trade to the upside, and you would expect it to go up. The price has been a long way from the MAs. Either MAs will come to price or price will go to the MAs. They don't stay away from that for too long. But now my concern is that the MACD's through the zero level and looks like it wants to roll over again. And even if there was a sell, it's not a great sell. I would take it, but I wouldn't be confident of it. All right, Euro Yen. Now I like this. We're in a buy here. We're in a sell here, which is good. So that's good. So that's again, price down at the MAs. MACD platinum through the zero level, close half, tighten up the stop. Now I've dragged my stop down, which is great. Again, it's in that sort of 100 MA sort of zone. Took a buy in here. I like that setup. We had this good support level here. And it went through, took my stop out. So we lost on that buy. In the meantime, the buy remains valid. So I've drawn this trend line across the highs here. And on Wednesday, it broke through nicely. Look at that. It's a bit hard to see. Hang on a second. I'll move that candle away. Big bullish candle on Wednesday. We're off to the races. Took the buy. And Thursday, back. Just turn around on a dime. Basically went completely opposite way. Back to this support level. And we had regular bullish divergence there too. And Friday's starting to pull back a little bit. So Thursday wasn't a good day. I thought that was a really good setup. A lot of confluence. And it may still prove to be a good setup, but it's just given me a bit of a scare on Thursday, which would have shaken some traders out. But we've got our stop down here. There's no reason to close that trade. MACD still below the zero level. Still a lot in our favour, even though Thursday wasn't a good day. Meanwhile, we've got the sell on, so it's all good. Euro USD. This is just going nowhere. The markets were pretty quiet this week. Have a look at that. That's the euro. Right, we've got a sell here, one sell here, another sell here, still on, the trend's down. Definitely profit on that one and lock in a little bit of profit on the second one. So all good. Two good sell trades on, and like I bang on all the time, stay with the trend if you can. There's no rush to get out of these trends, these trades, so just stay in them. And late last week, I think that was, sorry about those messages. So here we have the buy in here. Where was that buy? What was that? 29th of November. Went up a little bit, went down, went up. I've tightened up my stop. The original stop was here. I just didn't like it. The MACD's through the zero level. All I've done, I couldn't close half. Just tighten up the stop. And Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, starting above my entry level. But the good thing is we've got these two sells on. Two sells on, so it's all good. Pound Swiss, all right, two trades on. We've got this sell here, going nowhere fast. Then we took this buy in here. It was a high-risk trade. You can read all about it up this side. Regular bullish divergence, trends down, high-risk trade. That's why I keep the sell on. I've tightened up the sell. I just had to close half and I don't want to lose on that sell, so that's why the stop's in that place. It's probably not an ideal spot, but It's all a bit tight, all a bit messy. Took the buy. We haven't come to the stop. Popped up on Thursday. Friday went nowhere. So we're just in no man's land, basically, with a pound Swiss. Pound yen. Right, pound yen. We're going to sell up here, which is still in, and that's stopped in place there. So that's good. Going all right. We've just brought the stop down to into the area of the MAs. So that was good. And we took a buy in here, and it was stopped out in this area here somewhere. And we got this big sell candle anyway. So we lost on the buy. This is my second attempt at a buy. We've got a great support level here, and it just stops down here. It's just bouncing along, and Friday's starting to pop up slowly. We had regular bullish divergence also, so a bit of confluence there with a few different things. So, and we offset the loss with the sell here, which is good. So we're looking okay, just not convincing at the moment, but who knows where it's going to go. Pound New Zealand. Right, we've still got a buy from here. This is a trend line break on the buy. It was my second attempt at it. We nailed it. It was good. Gone up, closed half. I've just been dragging my stop up. Came very close to touching my stop here, but still about 10 pips away on Thursday. So the buy is still in play. In the meantime, we did take a sell on the 8th of December, and that's not really convincing as yet. It's pulled back on Thursday and Friday. MACD Platinum still a long way above the zero level. The good thing, if we lose on the sell, most of it's going to be offset by the buy. We'll just keep on trailing. So if price just now turns up and goes up through my stop, all I do is just keep on trailing my partial buy on, so it's not the end of the world. So the sell's not looking good. Well, we're probably at break even, but the buy's looking good. Pound USD, highlighted in orange, means we're going to do something about it on Monday, taking a new buy trade. All right, we're still in a sell here. So we've got this sell up here, and we've already closed half, and I've dragged my stop down. Stop, again, is in this MA sort of 100 sort of area at the moment, so it's all good. I did take a buy in here. I like the support level. It failed, stopped out. No dramas. Meanwhile, the green dot on the QMP filter, price is still heading down. That signal, buy signal, is still valid. Trend line gets drawn across all these lows here as they goes down. So the trend line is basically just there and that point, and it hasn't broken. In the meantime, price is heading down, MACD's heading up. Big, regular, bullish divergence. Waiting for a break of the trend line. Friday popped up nicely, broke through the trend line, a bit like the Euro Yen. I'm taking that buy on Monday morning. On the open Monday morning, a buy on the pound USD. It's a high risk trade against a downtrend. Stop will be in here somewhere, so let's just mark it up so you've got an idea what I'm talking about. Now, we're assuming that's going to open somewhere close to the close. So the open will be in here somewhere, unless there's a huge gap, which doesn't happen much these days like it used to years ago. Stop loss will be probably putting a stop loss just in this area here somewhere. So that's basically the buy will be in here, the stop will be there. I'll keep this sell on, and well, it's a high risk buy trade. So it's the pound USD on Monday. Nothing on USD Japanese yen, going nowhere fast. What do we got? We've got a buy from back here still. There's a stop. Read about it here. It's a long time ago, but it's still in play, and it's giving me some protection. We did trade in here, and we took a couple of scratch trades or break even or small profit trades in there, so no dramas. Last trade set up as this sell, high risk trade. Trends up. There's regular bearish divergence. Price was already at the MAs, went down a bit. Didn't break this previous low, bounced off that, then popped down. I did close half already and brought my stop down. When it hit this sort of low here, just tighten it up. Didn't hit my stop, which is good. Now it's come back to so the sell trade's half closed and near my entry, and the buy trade's half closed and locking in profit. So can't really lose on this trade. Doesn't matter what happens, I can't really lose. Ideally now, I'm waiting on a buy, hence the grey vertical line. We've got a green dot on the MACD Platinum below the zero level. I want to see a buy there. USD Singapore dollar, sell here, high risk trade. Oh, still on a buy. That's good. Forgot about that. Still on a buy from here. This is the good trade with the trend. We're still in that. Stop is there. I could probably see, depending on what happens here, if this still in sell mode, so I'll just leave the stop where it is. So we're locking in profit there. Can't lose there. Took a sell here. Went against me straight away. Didn't threaten the stop. And I've drawn this trend line across the lows here because the sell signal is still valid. And, there could have been another sell signal in there. I didn't take it. It's close to the initial entry. Popped down nicely. I thought, here we go. But then Thursday's popped up. But Friday's starting to roll over again. So all good on the US Singapore dollar. Gold. We're going to sell from back up here. And this would be doing the gold bugs heads in, all this sideways action. In the meantime, we're still in the sell. We've locked in profit, brought the stop right down. Just waiting patiently. MAs are tight, flat. Look at that. It's a sideways market. Gold sort of lost its allure, pardon the pun, since crypto's been on the scene. A lot of gold bugs went over to crypto. Gold used to be the darling, so now it's more Bitcoin and stuff like that. But anyway, as we continue on, we keep on drawing these trend lines in for potential hidden bullish divergence. The grey warning line means that we're above the MACD Platinum's below the zero level, so I'm looking for a buy. Don't know why that grey line's still there. Get rid of that one. Make it a bit cleaner. So yeah, we're in a sell going nowhere fast. That's probably just 2 weeks of sideways action there, or maybe close to 3 weeks of going sort of nowhere. All right, that's it for the trade. Just have a look out of curiosity. Let's have a look at the US dollar. Last signal was a sell here. I'll just draw up where I think the trades are. Just keep it simple. Big divergence, going up. It went against me initially. Just didn't quite break the previous high. Now it's heading down. MACD through the zero level. So who knows where it's going. US 500 stock market, US stock market. Previous highs here. Friday popped up. Looks like another high. Buy signal there. MACD Platinum below the zero level. Just to give you an idea what the stock market's doing and how this system works. Big uptrend. You just want to take the buys, really. Bitcoin USD. I do have sort of different investing in cryptos. I'm in Ethereum at the moment, and I'm looking to getting into something else. But at the moment, I just follow Bitcoin. That's the granddaddy of the cryptos. These levels are just the 70, 60, and 50,000 levels, and it looks like it's rolling over a bit. This, I guess, a significant low would be across here. Let's draw that up. Nope. Let's look for trend line, Jim. Get the right tool. Basic trend line. So anywhere along here, we're looking for support, I guess. So that's your big level there, and it came close and sort of bounced up. And the MACD Platinum's been below the zero level a long time, so you're thinking there's some upside move here. Now, if it goes to the upside, look at market structure. We've got a high here, then a lower low, then a lower high, then a lower low. So it's just stepping down. But find support. As we all know, every trend eventually turns. Where is the tricky part? So that's it for the charts, guys. Let's bring up that in case you're wondering what the lines or the colours meant. And like I said, I call all these trades live or just within an hour or so after they're taken in the Facebook group, Telegram channels, and in Matt's Discord, Family Man's Trading's Discord channel. So everyone's more than welcome to join them. I take screenshots of them all. I do screenshots on TradingView, sometimes do little videos on TradingView if I've got more than one set up on the day, etc. So there's plenty happening. Thanks for watching the video. If you do like it, hit the subscribe button or hit the like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Tell your mates, especially anyone else that trades. I know they're not the most exciting videos. They go for 30 minutes. It's probably a good thing to put you to sleep if you're a bit tired. It's a weekend. Enjoy your day. Stay safe. And I will talk to you during the week sometime. Cheers.